I will kill you.
Alright, happy campers. I know the lighting is a little off. I'm trying to fix it, but unfortunately, I'm just kind of doing things. I'm winging it today. This is the, if you're watching it, this is the, on the digital vlog, whatever. But if you are listening to this, this is Crunchy One Wet. The podcast that kind of looks for a drainage hole. There's so much going on right now. It is, I hate timing things out, but it is Memorial Day weekend, apparently, or something. But when you get to a certain point in an adult, you either have to work or you don't, and you just kind of go on from there. It's no longer a summer vacation unless you're a teacher. That would be the only thing I would go for if I was a teacher, just for the vacation. Man, there's a lot going on, but I wanted to kind of go down a path of understanding, I guess. There's a new, well, it's not so new, but it's still newer to me because I don't really watch, I don't really do too many fashion things. I don't understand the whole snapback hat thing. No, I understand back in the day we had the snapback hats, or, you know, just regular hats, but now they're called snapbacks, I guess. But with the new hats, like, I grew up as soon as, you know, the fitted hats, the, what is it, the, you know, the Pro Fits, the Flex Fits, whatever. Yeah, they had the Pro Fits were the ones of that day. I'm going to move this over here a little bit and see if that helps. Does that help? Ah, it's all dark. It doesn't matter. I'll just move that back there and maybe it'll catch more light. See, I'm just screwing everything up. There we go. The snapbacks and everything like that. Now people are wearing them. They're, like, there's whole sites. I'm pretty sure they're snapbackhat.com. I don't know. But they're not wearing, like, they're wearing them so the back of the bill rests against their back. I mean, they're wearing it at that angle where the back of their neck is, it's, like, even. I always grew up, you know, I wear a hat backwards once in a while. But it's usually because I'm just, you know, that's just how I want it. But they're all fitted hats. They're all Flex Fits hats. They're all, they're kind of, they're made to be worn backwards. You know, like, I never liked the look of a hat with a big metal piece across your forehead plastic piece across your forehead, excuse me, that was there. I mean, there's to me, it's completely ugly. I don't get it. I don't get the ideas behind it. I don't get the fashion, why. I just don't get it. And that's a fashion thing. I mean, I understand it. I understand fashion and everything like that. But there's a certain level of, I guess, personal respect and why you wouldn't want that. Because if you wear a snapback hat and you wear it like it should fit, not super loose with your ears tucked in or whatever, it's, I mean, like, you should have a red line across your forehead. But if you wear it like the kids now wear it all flat billed, and I sound like an old guy, the kids nowadays, but that's kind of the case. If you have the, if you're wearing them with, a flat bill, okay, you're doing it wrong right there. Stickers on it, still wrong. It doesn't make, a hat is made to be worn, sweat into, bled into, got dirty, wiped grease out. That is a hat. I understand having a nice hat, yes, but you don't need the the ugliness of a half warped, heat melted sticker sticking on it. It doesn't make sense. On the other note, I was at Walmart. Actually, no, it wasn't Walmart. It was somewhere else. It could have been Walmart. I mean, it's all the same to me. But I saw a mom sitting there with headphones around her neck. Okay, that I understand you have headphones on. But she had 3 kids with her in tow. Now, if you have headphones on, that means they weren't even like the headphones that, like the LG, tones, I think they are, tune-ups, I forget what they are. But the ones that wrap around your neck, that have the little earbuds that go up, or the ones that connect in the front or something like that. I'm talking about the ones that are actually, like the DJ style headphones, like the big gaming ones, similar to the ones I'm wearing now, but they're a lot bigger. A little bit bigger, probably about double size. Yeah, about double size. She had them on. Each of her kids had, the Beats, DJ style ones. I mean, they're bigger than the kids themselves. That doesn't make sense in itself. But then there is the, she had them, like, blasting, I think it might have been Drake. I don't know. I'm not into that music. I just recognized one of the songs, so we'll say it's Drake for this. And each of her kids were blasting something or other, and she's trying to yell at her kids, but their headphones are on, and then vice versa. And it's just like, where did we lose interacting with people? I mean, I have headphones on now because I'm listening to myself talk, which is kind of creepy, but I still do it. But I don't go out in public and wear headphones. I might, like, if I'm expecting a phone call, or if at work I have one earbud in that has a microphone on it, so that way, I mean, I could use a Bluetooth, but my Bluetooth broke, so I'm using the earbud that I have. Yeah, and that's understandable. And I take it out if I'm not expecting any phone calls, and I just leave my phone be. But there's no... It just doesn't... I don't get where where people just stop talking to other people. They don't do it. They don't talk to people. They don't do... they don't interact with people. They just stay in their own world with their own music. And I'm not saying that we need to go back to like the old day where you had like the radio on your shoulder and blasting your music, because I would do that, but there's a certain level of I guess respect for other people. I mean, it goes both ways. It's respecting people by not playing your music loud so everybody can hear you, but then that takes away all the high school kids in their cars. But there is, with the, all the people that are, with headphones on are just saying, you're not important enough for me to, to talk to. I don't want to talk to you. I want to listen to whatever I'm listening to, and that is more important than my everyday life. And that doesn't really make sense to me, because I'm one of those people that I eavesdropped on everybody, but I listen to everybody and how they're talking and what they're saying, and the stupid things that they say. If you listen to a lot of people, if you go and sit at, say, McDonald's at 6:30 in the morning when they're serving breakfast, and you listen to the old guys having their conversation about politics and war and what they had for lunch and what flavor of Metamucil they have, it's interesting. I'm not saying quit your job and go there or get up extra early, but I'm saying if you happen to be in there at that time, there's, I guess it just gives a lot more to what you are doing. Now, I'm not going to dive more into that just because that's kind of, I guess it's kind of, yeah, it starts getting preachy, and I'm not going to do that. I do have good news, though. I don't know if anyone has heard that the Disney and Looney Tunes style movies, like Who Framed Roger Rabbit and stuff like that, they're talking about doing a big movie style with like projects like Wreck-It Ralph, Space Jam, Lego Movie, stuff like that. But they're actually going to be doing kind of a Nicktoons style movie with people like from out of Rugrats or Angry Beavers, Hey Arnold, Football Head, Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, Cat Dog, at Real Monsters, and Doug. That's a list. But they're working on it, and that's kind of their thing. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't heard too much of it, but those are kind of a few of the people that I had talked to about it, or talked to. I've read about it, but there's just there's a lot of. I'm hoping. I mean, with that kind of movie, that could really bring back the good part of the 90s rather than the bad part. Just because there is kind of I don't know. It's one of those weird things. Now I'm just searching. I had this pulled up, and this is one other page that I was reading about it. But there's there is they're talking about it, and they have various like some of the characters that they have on on the show they have. Or in the image, that I'm looking at. I'm going to explain this to you. It's on cartoonbrew.com. I've never been to it. I was just searching for that, and I found the picture, and I'll put a link in the description on if it's on the YouTube. If otherwise, I'm sorry guys, you got to find me on YouTube. But they have these are the characters they kind of put together with the Avengers. So we had Invader Zim as Iron Man, which makes sense. We had Stimpy from Ren and Stimpy as the Incredible Hulk. We had SpongeBob SquarePants as Thor. I don't really get that one. Maybe it's because he's innocent, or I don't know. I'm gonna blank out on it. It's a kid with the flat top afro from Hey Arnold. I don't want to be racist, but it's his black friend as oh my gosh, I'm blanking on his name. I don't even know. Anyway, we have Rocco as Hawkeye. We have Quailman from Doug. Who's Doug, but Quailman as Captain America. And Jellica from Rugrats as the Black Widow. But it's I thought it was kind of cool that they kind of went through and did that, because I think that's kind of cool. Now I don't have his name in front of me. Let's see here. I'm gonna try to find his character, because I don't want to be like, hey, that guy, because that's kind of rude. But I'm trying to think here. Gerald, that's who it is. It's Gerald from Hey Arnold. But the guy is playing Nick Fury. I feel bad for blanking out on that, but it's been one of those days, or mornings, or whatever. So, wow. There's, I was kind of, looking at that, and I think that'd be kind of cool. But gotta, be sure to include that link, because I think everybody should, do that. I actually will put it, up there. Let's see here. I'll put it in the video so you guys can see it. But I'll also include a link, so if you want to click and read the article. But there's a lot of stuff going on with the news. Stick by. I'm gonna do some unboxing. It will be the video part of it. I mean, I can talk about it on the podcast, but I'm not going to dive too far into the podcast or the audio side of it, because that's not very exciting, I guess. I don't know. There's so many boxes out there, so many people are subscribing. But there's a few of them that I think they're just phenomenal. Some of them are, like there's a, oh man. There's a one by Will Wheaton. There's one by, Chloe Deschanel? No, not her. There's a couple other people. I forgot who it was. I'm horrible at this. I'm giving you the wrong information or weird, broken information. It's not my intention to do that, but I still do, and I think it's kind of funny. Now, the countdown has already, kind of begun, talking about Star Wars. There is a bunch of other stuff. I mean, but I'm not going to dive into those, because I am a Star Wars guy and I'm excited for it. But I'm gonna wait till it gets a little bit closer. I mean, other than the fact that everybody waited for the about the Star Wars toy line that came out. Now, there is no indication on the movie or clues to the film on it. They gave out a lot of the toys. People waited, but it's just kind of it doesn't. I wish they would give us a little more clues. I mean, I'm a Star Wars fan. I am, but I'm not really interested in some of them. Some of the toys, there is a Falcon quadcopter, or the BB-8 Sphero little remote control car. They're both remote control. I think it's kind of cool. Which, if I was into toys, I would get them. But I don't have kids. I don't have, it's just me, and I don't want to be that weird guy buying toys. But I might order one just so I can have one. But there's other news. They're making a Straight Outta Compton sequel, which it dives into Death Row Records. And if you know anything about hip hop or rap or whatever you want to call it, that is definitely a cool thing. But at the same time, it's, I don't know if we really need to dive that far into it. I mean, it's cool, but I don't know. I guess it's all in speculation of whoever. No, I guess whoever wants to go see it can, because I don't want to. I'm done. I'm done seeing the movies. There is a Jack Reacher coming out of Jack Reacher 2. That means Tom Cruise will be like 87 by the time he plays that movie, which could be good, except you'll have walkers on standby. That pure air, or the oxygen tanks on the side. I mean, because he's getting old. But I don't know. I guess I guess it's kind of one of those things where I would like to see it, see how far he will go, but I don't know. It's kind of they are redoing Macbeth. Now, if you're a fan of of Shakespeare, excuse me, there is that new one. It's just kind of it just doesn't make sense. I'm done with Shakespeare. Everybody does it, but at the same time, I'm more up for watching, for say the new Ghostbusters, or the Bourne 5 supposedly. I don't know if it's coming through, and I mean there's so many. There's just so much. So many things are out there, and I'm not gonna dive too many in there. I would just check out it. Check out. I go to Empire Online, but it's. I don't know. It's one of those things where if you're really into movies, you're already watching the trailers. I just kind of like giving a rundown on it. I should really talk about music a little bit, but I won't. I'm going to do that on next week's. But just give you kind of a heads up on it, just because it is next week's, but I don't know. And so, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just name this. I don't know, because I've been saying that a lot. But until now, follow the immortal words of